Often on courses, when people are asking about information at higher levels of the teachings, the response is that these are secrets that need to be initiated. We want to just understand and know the reason for this secrecy. Why is it not open to everyone? Why does there have to be a level of secrecy and a level of initiation on the spiritual journey with authentic teachings?
When it comes to spiritual teachings, we find that in the yoga and tantric tradition of India and in Tibet, indeed, many of the teachings were actually considered secret and were only given to initiates when they reach to the certain level of accomplishment that the teacher considered that they were ready for such information. In modern times, we find that a lot of the more New Age type of teachings are fueled by a bit of an approach which is perhaps inspired by this, I don't want to say hippie, but a kind of open type of approach that everything should be free, everything should be available, and why is it that we try to keep anything secret? As much as I appreciate this altruistic, open type of approach, it's not correct from the standpoint of authentic spirituality. And the reason for that is very simple. Because the teachings of spirituality, especially yoga and tantra, as they become more and more advanced, they actually present tools which are very powerful. And these tools fit only for a person who is ready to handle those tools. For example, if you take a sledgehammer and let a young child try to handle it, there's a good chance they'll injure themselves and can cause damage to themselves and to others. In the same way, if you give advanced teachings to beginners who are not ready, then they can cause damage to themselves and to others. According to the yogic tradition, the channels of energy in the body, which the yogis call nadis, have to be purified. They have to build up in strength. They need to be able to handle bigger and bigger amounts of energy. And that only comes with training and practice, purification, meditation, hatha yoga, pranayama, and so on. And as the individual practice these things, then there's a transformation that takes place, and then the body, the energy, the emotions, and most importantly, the psyche, the mind, is becoming much more established and ready to appreciate and to assimilate higher teachings. When this is given before the person is ready, and there is a lot of demand for advanced teachings from beginners these days, of course, I understand why it is the case. It's very interesting. There's a lot of curiosity. Oh, just don't bother me with advanced stuff that I'm not advanced enough. Just give me the teachings anyway. People will want to get them. But the truth is that when it's given before time, it can be causing damage. And in the, let's say in the good scenario, it simply will be impotent. And that's why a lot of people actually try to do Kundalini practices or other somewhat more advanced practices, and they feel, well, it was interesting, it was good, but I didn't feel a big change. Of course you didn't, because you're not ready for such teachings. And that's why the yogis were extremely careful in the way they present information, teachings, and techniques. Even spiritual information which is not of a practical use directly as a technique, still can bring about a major change in the human understanding, and that is great when the person's ready. And when the person's not ready and the level is not there, it simply is not the right time for them to get those teachings. And that's why secrecy, as much as it might seem annoying for a lot of people, why all the secrecy, shouldn't everything just be free like this? Actually, secrecy is an absolute necessity for the safety of the practitioner and for everyone else concerned. And that's why we present teachings in that hierarchical way, that people get certain teachings when they're ready, as they practice and prove themselves to themselves and to the teacher that I have developed enough, more advanced teachings become available. Otherwise, this is not some whimsical attitude of the teacher who tries to make things sound mysterious and sexy or something by saying, oh, I cannot tell you, this is too much. This is not a game. The teachers do it with full awareness and responsibility, and that's why only when a person is ready, the knowledge will come.
So if an individual is actually pushing their teacher for the secrets, I guess that's an indication that they're not yet ready, and if they are patient, that it's showing more of a sign that they are ready?
To a degree, this can show a certain wisdom on the side of the student. But honestly, most students, even the sincere ones, would still have a certain urge to get the teachings as fast as they could, because the aspiration that burns within them always pushes them to ask the teacher, am I ready? Or should I get more teachings? Or may I have this and that initiation? So this is not necessarily a bad sign. I myself was also very eager to get teachings from my teacher, and I've always asked, when is it that I'm ready? The only thing which is important is to ask humbly and to accept it when the teacher says, now is not the time. And realize that I should trust my teacher, and I should understand that indeed probably it's not the right time. And this happened to me a lot in my spiritual path, where I would ask, is it the time for me to have these teachings? May I get these? And many times I would get an answer, not just yet, be patient. And I listened to that, and it worked very well this way.